Another way to make sure that students' pronouns are respected in your classroom is to give a class survey. And it's really important to follow those up with questions such as, can I share this information with your caretakers? Can I share this with your other teachers?
This video is brought to you by Birch Gold. Will the lack of a red wave during the midterms lead to a more emboldened Biden? And how will you protect your hard-earned savings from the reinvigorated left? The answer is gold. Gold is the world's oldest, most proven form of currency. It's there for you when inflation soars, when other assets go sideways. And that's why Birch Gold is so thrilled to introduce a new product that reimagines gold as currency, the Gold Bag. This month, you'll get a free Gold Bag for every $5,000 purchase when you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a precious metals IRA with Birch Gold by December the 22nd. Birch Gold will help you on gold and silver in a tax-sheltered account. Text Brandon to 989898 and claim your free information kit on gold. Then talk to one of their precious metal specialists. Plus, with every purchase, I want you to remember this, with every purchase that you make before December the 22nd, you'll get a free Gold Bag. This is a great stocking stuffer just in time for Christmas. Text Brandon to 989898 and protect your savings with gold today. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Anytime I go live, make a video, make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. I want to play this clip while we're on the same subject of non-binary, trans, and all that stuff. I want to play this clip of a teacher on TikTok suggesting that a child can be identified as trans or non-binary at school, and this will be kept a secret from the parents. Roll clip 2.
Another way to make sure that students' pronouns are respected in your classroom is to give a class survey. It's anonymous, and the first question you can ask is, what is your name on the roster? Then the next question following up could be, what is the name you'd like me to call you in class? And it's really important to follow those up with questions such as, can I share this information with your caretakers? Can I share this with your other teachers? Can I share this information with other students in the classroom? And then doing all of that again with pronouns.
See, y'all can't see what I see. You look in the background, she got pride flags and everything in the back of her classroom. I mean, think about this for a minute. These people, I hope they go to hell and burn for indoctrinating and sexualizing children. You're the scum of the scum if you're doing this to children. You want to talk to adults that are mature enough to understand and make their decision, that's fine. When you attack children, that's when you pee me off. Because when you look at it for what it is, if you were a teacher in the classroom and you said, hey, everybody, what is your name? And then now let's identify as a dinosaur. Which dinosaur do you want to be? Kids are going to be coming up with dinosaur names, and they're going to want you to call them a dinosaur, and they're going to reenact dinosaurs. You say, which superhero you want? They're going to want to be superheroes. They're going to talk about superheroes. They're going to take on the name and so on and so forth. They're children. Now, if you start going in there talking about pronouns, they don't understand what a pronoun is until you introduce it to them. They don't understand what trans mean. The hell, adults don't even understand. They don't understand what trans mean until you begin to introduce it to them. Kids don't understand what sex is until they get introduced to sex. It's not like you come out the womb, you look between your legs, and you know exactly what to do with it. No, you don't. Little kids don't know why in the morning. The boys don't know why what to do in the morning. Little girls don't know what it is to have a cycle. Mommy has to explain that to her. I absolutely hate what these people are doing. It's indoctrination. And then they try to tell you, well, you can do this and the parents will never know. Can you imagine the time I would get if a person tried to transition my kid without my permission? Bro, I'm getting time. We're going to get into a confrontation. Verbal confrontation, not a physical confrontation. Verbal confrontation. If you done tricked my kid into something without telling me, and now he coming home and I'm wondering what's wrong with him. Like, why all of a sudden my son want to dress like this? Because the doctor is investigating him with leading questions. In policing, when you do an investigation, they say you shall not ask leading questions while you're investigating somebody. Because what happens is you then put information in their mind that don't already exist. You have to let them then spell it out and ask them open-ended questions and let them speak. If a person is being investigated for stabbing somebody 22 times, you don't come out and say how many times you stab her. You come out and ask you, what happened next? Okay, I got the knife. Then what happened next? You don't say, well, how many times did you stab her in the neck and the torso? But then in his mind, he now or she now knows that you know where I stabbed him at, and now I'm going to make up a story to match what you're asking me. The person may not even known that they stabbed him in the neck. They may have just thought they were stabbing the torso. And the person may admit to something that they didn't even know they were doing because you introduced it into their mind. It should be banned from talking about sexuality. It should be banned having LGBTQ stuff in the classroom. That stuff should be left for your parents to discuss at home. It should be math equations. It should be the Constitution, the flag. It should be nothing pertaining to sex. It literally makes me want to scream thinking about kids being exposed to stuff like this. That's like having, to me, the LGBTQ flag is like having pornography in a class. Having women's lingerie in the class. What are you doing? You're introducing them to something that they're not mature enough to understand. And if kids were mature enough to understand, we would see zero issues with adults and gender dysphoria or adults committing suicide because they're confused about their sexuality. We would see zero cases of it because only kids are confused. But in reality, we see that adults are probably more confused than kids are. And you thrusting this onto children with no remorse. If we don't protect the least of these, that means the children, the ones who cannot defend themselves, the one who or not is cognitively mature enough to psychologically defend or at least block their minds from manipulation. We, adults, have to protect the women and children. That is my opinion. Especially God's assignment for man, for the male. Our duty is to protect the women and children because women are vulnerable in comparison to men. They're vulnerable to sexual assault. They're vulnerable to abuse, and they're vulnerable when they are taking care or raising children. Imagine a woman getting out of her car with a baby in her arm. Is she vulnerable or is she not vulnerable? Of course she is. If you had a man getting out of his car that's in shape, fit, 6'5", look like he'll beat the brakes off of you, and a woman getting out of her car fit, in shape, but she got a toddler in her arms, who do you think is the most vulnerable person? It's not her fault. She shouldn't let her baby stay at home by itself. We're supposed to protect her in that vulnerable state. Women go through stuff in life that they cannot control, like menstrual cycles, where they cannot control their emotions. And we are supposed to protect them emotionally when they go through things in which they cannot control. We're supposed to protect them while they're pregnant. A woman is extremely vulnerable when she's pregnant. You can go down the list. Post-pregnancy. A woman is vulnerable to postpartum depression and other things that are associated with pregnancy. Men are supposed to protect them in that vulnerable state. Women are generally emotional people. That's why they connect well with children, and that's why they connect well in general, and they entice men to want to marry them because they're in tune with emotions. But those can be manipulated, and people can become vulnerable basing their ideology, feelings, and relationships based on emotions. Men are here to protect women. It's not that women are inferior. It's that men have responsibilities, women have responsibilities. Together, we elevate. The biggest lie ever told to a woman is that you need to be like a man. You need to be congruent to men. You can do everything a man can do. No, you cannot. And men cannot do everything a woman can do. I don't care how many dresses you put on, you will never be a woman. I don't care how many beards you grow taking hormones, you will never be say it with me, ladies and gentlemen, a man. You may identify yourself as a man. You will never be a man. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just be able to be fair and honest about your affairs. I respect the person to say, I've lived my life identifying as a man. Cool, I get it. But when you say you are a man, you ain't a man. Because you still bleed every month. You ain't a man, brother. When they put you up on that operating table, they ain't gonna go off of your personal identity. They're gonna go off of what you are representing biologically. Okay. You know, you get sick and you're on a sick bed and you can't take hormones. What are you gonna turn into? You're gonna morph back into what you always have been. And I'm not trying to say that to hurt anybody, but just be honest about your affairs. Biggest lie ever sold a woman is that you could do everything a man can do. And if you could do everything a man can do, you wouldn't need a man. And to be honest, if you didn't have a man, there would be no more humans on planet Earth. I hope that sinks in. Hold the phone. I'll be back after the break.